Good evening, everyone. Something came across my mind. I was thinking about relationships. Um, you know how, as we get older, everyone is looking for a real man or a real woman. Everyone has their own definition of what a real man and or a real woman is, based off of what they know growing up, what they've seen, what they've heard, and throughout life, what they've experienced. That is the definition of what a real man and or woman is to them. It is different for everyone. I'm not going to sit here and go through what I think a real man or a real woman is. I'm going for days with that. But something did come across my mind. Just thinking about different experiences I've had, different conversations I've had with different males and females, of different, statures and different places in their life, different experiences. I was thinking to myself that there are some basic foundation qualities that you're going to look for in regards to looking for a real woman or looking for a real man in a relationship. And as a woman, I'm going to speak on the male counterpart. You're looking for someone that, is hopefully a man of God, hopefully someone who has a relationship with God. Nobody's perfect. So it's not a question of you're rigid, it's just a question of you're real. You love yourself. You know how to love others healthily. And, the basic foundation. You know how to work. You will work. You will earn money to take care of yourself and your loved ones if possible. If you have a child or children, you will do everything you can to protect that child, to love that child, to teach that child all the great morals and values that you yourself would have and you yourself would want that child to have when they grow up. Basic foundation. You gotta know how to cook, clean, keep your body clean, and you know, have your own place, your own car, your own job. Be self sufficient. Be self loving, self respect. You got to do all these things for yourself before you can do it for others. We, us women, get into relationship with certain males that are not ready for certain things that we may be ready for. You've heard women mature sooner than men. I do believe that is true with a lot of different women and male ratios. Sometimes it's not. But nonetheless, to get to what was on my mind, when you're in a relationship and you notice that you're having that conversation with the man in your life, like I said, I'm speaking as a woman on the male counterpart. You're having that conversation with the man in your life, and you hear yourself saying you're not a real man, or you're not doing the things that a real man should be doing. Da, 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 da. If that's how you feel personally about that man, then think about it. You don't have to talk about what I'm about to say. You don't have to talk about it with him, but think about it. I'm a mom. I have two boys, two girls. If you're on my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, anything that evolves around me, you'll see my beautiful children. And I'm a mother of two boys. And I think about, as a mother, you know, who are the women that my boys know? This is me, of course. I'm their mother, their aunts, their grandmothers. You know, that's, for me, that's pretty much it. The woman that my boys see every day is me. So, as a boy, his eyes looking at a woman is, my mom. My mom cooks for me. She cleans for me. She's teaching me how to cook. She's teaching me how to clean. She provides a house for me. She lets me know that these things are important for me to learn as I grow up. My mom gives me money and teaches me how to earn it, teaches me how to save it, when to spend it, when not. My mom gives me things, and she also teaches me right from wrong. She teaches me about God. She teaches me about all these things. That's, as a mom, how I would think my son looks at me. So I ask them. I ask my boys. What do you look at when you think of mommy? Oh, mommy's my world. Mommy's my everything. Mommy does everything. Mommy's so strong. Mommy is the best. And I provide for my son. I provide for my children. But involving this conversation, I provide for my boys. So therefore, my boys don't have to fend for themselves right now, but I am teaching them how to fend for themselves. When they do as they get older, there's certain things at certain stages of their lives they'll know how to do on their own. And if they forget, or if if they have a little self-doubt, they know to pray, and they can also call me. I got their back. I'm mommy. So I was thinking about that relationship wise now. Fast forward as an adult. If you're dating a guy, or if you're in a relationship with a guy, and you are doing things for him that you would do for your son as he is a child, he's not yet ready to fulfill the man roles. Once you're over the age of 18 in this country, you're an adult. A lot of other countries, it may be like that. It may not. I don't know. I've only lived in America. I've heard. But in America, as of 18, you're considered an adult. In my experiences, responsibilities, and things you've actually done and gone through, that's what makes you an adult. A mature, healthy adult. You have to go through things. Not just see it and hear about it. You have to do it and go through it, unfortunately. Sometimes it's unfortunate. So if you're doing things for an adult male that you would do for a child male, he's not yet ready for that man role that you may be looking for when you're having that conversation, saying, oh, you're not the man I thought you should be. You, as a man, you should this and that and this. But then look at what you're doing. Are you being the woman counterpart equal to? Or are you being the woman figure that he envisioned when he was a child? I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It was on my mind, my thoughts, my experiences of what I've been through, or what a lot of female friends and I've been through. And it crossed my mind. Maybe that's something we need to look at. It doesn't mean that he's a bad person. It doesn't mean that he's a bum. He's lazy. He ain't ish, or he ain't gonna never be nothing, or it doesn't mean that. It could be. I'm just saying that's not what it necessarily means. He's just not ready, and it's not necessarily a bad thing either if a male has a close relationship with his mother. What you need to be watching is how he treats her, how he loves her, how he carries himself around her. Because that sort of kind of depicts on how he will treat you and or his daughter that you may have. And how he will raise his sons that you may have. It plays a lot into it. It's neither good nor bad if he's not ready for that man role. It's just a reality. It's just what it really is. And, as a woman, don't get it twisted. A lot of real women are not ready for that real woman role as well, because of the lack of male figure, or the lack of a real woman figure. A lot of people feel like a lot of women don't know how to be a woman because they didn't have a man around to teach them how to be a woman to a man. Sometimes they didn't have a real woman around either, or they didn't have a woman at all. So it's a learning process for everyone. We only can give what we receive. So therefore, what we had growing up is what we know. So that's what we know how to give in that way. So, that came across my mind. If he's acting like a boy, it's probably because you are treating him like a boy. So you are choosing to treat him like his mom, as opposed to being a woman to a man. And vice versa. I can't speak as a man because I'm not. So, but I would pretty much assume there's a lot of men out there who has run into some women who weren't ready for that woman role. But for us females, that crossed my mind. With this video, I would actually like to know what you guys think based on what I said and my thoughts. Because, some people are going to say, duh, I been knew that. And some people probably never really thought about it like that. It's always crossed my mind, but it just hit me hard today. And I was like, snap, I should make a video. But it's crazy how, we may be mothers and have children and may not, and will still be that motherly woman to that man, and then be upset when he acts like a boy. Don't be his mom. That's not your place. Everyone only has one mother. Whether the mother's around or not, everyone only has one mother. So he doesn't need you to be his mom. He's not looking for you to be his mom. And if he is looking for you to be his mom, he need to go find his mom. And unfortunately, if his mother's not there, I'm sorry, sweetie, but I'm not your mom. So I want to know what you guys think. I want to know how you feel about that statement, because it really did just cross my mind. Beware, be careful, pay attention to everything. Ask questions. People are so scared to talk and listen. Ask questions. There's no such thing as a dumb question. There's no such thing as an invasive question. Because, honey, if you're trying to get involved with me, I can ask you invasive questions. I am very sacred. I am very, I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to ask whatever I want. Now, you don't have to answer. And based on whether you do or don't answer, I can make my own decisions. Ask questions. Listen and talk. People are too afraid to talk. People are too scared of what, judgment or what they're going to say, or maybe they don't want to hear this, or maybe I don't want to hear this. Who cares? Ask questions. Don't put yourself in a position of being a mother to a man and then turn him to a boy and then you're upset. So that's what was on my mind. Wanted to share it. Please let me know what you think. All right. Till next time.